What's up, folks? We are back again. Slightly different set today than I usually have. I'm also looking quite overweight in this sweater. I promise I have not gained weight. Well, maybe a little bit. It is the day after Thanksgiving. We got a little bit of an announcement for you guys today. So not our usual content, but the tragedy of today that we are going to be talking to is not about black people attacking more whites on the trains. Shockingly enough, we are actually going to get to talk about something different. I know that that's a common thread that seems to be happening all the time, but today, you know what's happening? They're trying to keep a real down. They're trying to keep a real down. That's what they're trying to do because they cannot handle the truth. And this is just the facts. When you come speaking the truth about certain things, if you're raising racial awareness, let's say, if you are, heaven forbid, pro-white or a pro-white voice out there, which I am, which I always will be and will always influence my content no matter what it is, they will try to keep you down. I've said in a couple other videos that there is a pipeline of cancellation. So what this is here's the top tier of cancellation. The top part of cancellation is they will try to smear your name. So they'll put out hit pieces and they'll try to cancel you. But we're living in like the post-cancel culture society where that doesn't really work anymore. In fact, it actually lends a little credibility to your name and you gain kind of a little loyal, staunch group of supporters rather, of people who don't care about the media slams. Okay, so they don't quit there. When they can't defame you or smear your name or ruin your reputation, then they will try to take you off the platforms. Hang on, the dog's screaming to be let in. So I'm babysitting my mom's dog while she's away. She had to go down to stay with her sister for Thanksgiving, so that's what I'm doing today. He looks quite awkward and uncomfortable. He doesn't like to be held. He's so awkward. He's the worst cuddler. He's such a cute dog, but you can't cuddle with him. So to get back to the video, the cancellation cycle, they try to defame you. They try to take away your platform. When they can't take away your platform or get you banned, then they will take away your means of funding the project. They will demonetize you so that you cannot make the money that's necessary to continue putting out the content. If they can't stop you then, well, then they try to either jail you or ruin your life through lawfare, or like what's happening to Candace Owens, maybe even put out a hit on your life. Well, I am in the middle phase right now. I was just demonetized on YouTube. Okay, this happened this past week. I didn't announce it because I was trying to appeal the process and whatever, but that's what's going on, folks. I've been demonetized on YouTube. And I always wondered about creators who made a big deal about that until I realized, oh, that's like your sole form of income. Like, so now I'm just making videos for free and I have the electricity bill for all the billions of lights that's in here. I have to pay for the equipment. Okay, now he looks like he's dying. I have to pay for the equipment. Okay, get down. Just stop whining at the door. Yeah, lay down right there. You got to pay for the equipment. You still have to pay for the people who make the thumbnails. You got a lot of bills to do, aside from the builds of natural life there. So yes, I have officially been demonetized on YouTube, which was my sole form of income. Aside from a few tiny little outlets here and there, YouTube was my main moneymaker. And I'm kind of stupid. I don't have a 5-year plan. I don't plan ahead. I live in the moment. I put it all out there. I'm an open book. I live with my heart on my sleeve. You know, if I say something, I mean it. I couldn't censor myself. I refused to censor myself. It's just impossible. I really tried. I really tried my best. Believe it or not, what you saw on YouTube was the vanilla me. It was like the vanilla of the vanilla. And I tried my best, but they want to keep a real down, okay? And that's what they're doing. So, all of that to say, we will persist. The truth will prevail. These people think, and in all seriousness now, these people think that if you take away people's form of income, if you ban them off of platforms, for I'm sure I will be banned on YouTube soon, they think that that can stop the truth. Well, it can't stop people's eyeballs, okay? So even if there was not a single podcaster in the world talking about these sorts of things, you see it for yourself. You've experienced it for yourself. You feel a fear about walking around in the streets that you pay for. You feel fear to get on a train, despite the fact that your taxpayer money goes to pay for that train, because it's dangerous in society. We just happen to be talking about it. We're just not lying. We're just telling the truth. And the people who tell the truth are attacked constantly. My friends are being sued for millions of dollars. The censorship clouds are really moving in. It's starting to get bad out there, folks. It's starting to get bad out there. So if you want to support what I'm doing, because I will always be a pro-white voice, I will always be a pro-white activist, you know where I stand on that. I have started a new channel. It's called Club Gaddis over on YouTube as well. So if you want to go support me, go follow that channel as well, because I genuinely don't know how much longer this channel is going to be up. Probably won't be up for that long. If the powers that be, who have certainly got the call, if the powers that be get their way, we will not be around for much longer. So what I'm doing on this other channel is I'm promoting cultural values. I'm promoting like Euro-American values, and I'm trying to take everything that I've learned in politics and actually put it towards something that can help the country. I think at this point we're all somewhat black-pilled. Like, there's a global cabal that runs everything. There are powers that be, shadowy creatures that we now know who they are, that control the system. They control the tech. They control Silicon Valley. They control our politicians through all these different methods, and this is just the facts. And there's really not a lot we can do about that. We can try to infiltrate the institutions. We can try to gain institutional power, and that's what I suggest any young man do. And we can support creators who are out here discussing this. There has been a great awakening in the past year, the past 2 years. People know the genie's out of the bottle. The game is up. We know. We're on to you. We know who you are. We know what you're doing, and we know what you want from our country. And there's no stopping that awakening. So what I can do, I can't change politics. I'm never going to run for office. I don't think women belong in politics. This is as close to the sun as I shall fly when it comes to politics. So I just got a notification on my computer. So I can't do much in the political scene. I did my part. Not gonna lie. I did a good part in the cultural awakening. I helped to break that glass ceiling of cancel culture and of stigmatized speech and of political correctness. And that's what I wanted to do. I came in like a firebrand and I destroyed it, okay? I've enjoyed politics to its max. I've debated Piers Morgan about racial slurs on national, international television. All right. I went nuclear viral for using a racial slur. I accrued a platform. I've talked all about politics. I've enjoyed talking about politics. I've enjoyed talking about the issues that have befallen our country. But there's two sides of me. I don't just want to rant about, crime statistics, because they will always be with us. Until we can fix this problem, that will always be with us. But what we can change is we can change our culture one person at a time. And that's what the girls are for. That's what the girls can help do. We can help impact the culture. We're not going to run for office. We're not going to be politicians. We're not going to be the next Uncle H. But we can help influence culture, fashion, art, literature, architecture, style, and society at the micro level. So that's what I want to try to do over on my other channel, is affect people where it can actually have an impact. If people start taking pride in themselves and who they are, taking pride in how they dress, taking pride in the homes that they make for themselves, taking pride in their heritage, that's what I hope to achieve on my channel. So if you want to go over there and support, I know my members on my members only club here, you guys got nuked, okay? We all got nuked. It's over, okay? We're cooked. But I do have my membership set up on that other page. So if you want to, go to Club Gaddis over on YouTube as well. I've got memberships up there. And it should be a good time. We'll be back in business. And like I say, it's not going to be the same content because I feel like I've been there, done that. I don't want to just rail on the same things. I want to explore other things. I want to actually change things. I came in here, I've learned a lot about politics. I've changed my mind about a lot of things. And now I want to help try to impact and change culture, like I said, from the micro level. So we're going to be looking at our heritage, society, or the way we dress, because I love clothes, despite the fact that I look like garbage right now. That's what I want to do over on that channel. So like I say, if you want to support me, go there, sign up for my membership. We get to hang out. I do live streams over there. It's a lot of fun. I get to talk to you guys one-on-one. We can connect on social media, all that sort of thing. It's a good time. If you also want to support me on Buy Me a Coffee, it is my website address or whatever on Buy Me a Coffee is buymeacoffee.com/Lilly Gaddis. So that's a good way to be able to help the cause, because it is hard when your main source of income. I just basically lost my job. Okay. And I'm not complaining. It is what it is. And frankly, if you're not demonetized on YouTube or banned on YouTube, you're probably not over the target and you're probably lying. Okay. So we're not toning it down. We're not shifting. We're not rebranding. We're just taking the fight in a direction where I can actually have an impact. Okay. Like I said, if I wanted to pursue politics, I would go into politics. I would run for office, but I have no intention of doing that. I have too much of a temper. I'd end up probably going to jail. Can you imagine me on a debate stage with these people? I would lose my temper. I have too much of a temper for that. So I want to tap into more of my feminine side. I want to tap into more of other things that interest me. And I want to take the political cause and bring it to the culture. I can't change politics, but I can change culture. I can inspire people to be better. I can inspire unity amongst us. And you know what I mean by us. And that's what I want to do. And that's where you can find me, Club Gaddis, or at Buy Me a Coffee. So anyway, little rant, little ad, doing an ad for moi, pour moi. But that's the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Also, hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I had a very chill Thanksgiving. People seem to think it was really sad, but I had a Thanksgiving with me and my son. My mom was out of town. She went down to Georgia to be with her sister, she's not married or anything, so it's just her. So she went down there to be with her sister. My other brothers are in Florida, and then my youngest brother has a new girlfriend, so he went to spend the holiday with her. So it was me, Nelson, and the dog, and then we went over to a friend's house afterwards. But anyway, that is how it is on Thanksgivings. Like if you don't have the perfect nuclear family, why even bother? I think this is why I kind of have an aversion to holidays, because I don't know, it's just not the same vibe. Sorry, it's not the same vibe. Okay, so kudos to those who have the perfect nuclear family. Keep it up. By all means, keep it up. Keep your family together. And if not, you can find alternative ways of doing holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and all of this and still have fun. But anyway, that's my little spiel. It was all over the place. I apologize for that. But like I said, this is the video for today. I'll continue posting on here, political stuff as well. But like I said, don't expect the channel to last much longer. I have no means of funding this channel at this point. So I'm just going to put out content on this channel until we are gone. But unless they decide to nuke me from planet Earth, I will be over on Club Gaddis discussing a lot more different things than I do here. And in the meantime, continue to expect more of the same, because there is always another crime to discuss and there is always a black misbehaving.